Hello everyone, welcome back to my first hive. It's been 7 weeks since I put in this first nuke. It's been 3 weeks since I added on this honey super. As you can see, the bees are very active right now. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. It's a little bit later than I would have liked to be doing this, but it's time to check on the super to see how things are going inside there. It has been getting very hot here lately, and as you can see, I built the bees a little bit of shade. It's not perfect, but it does help to cool the hive. They don't beard as much. I might put a hood on top, maybe help them out a little bit more. My goal for today is to check inside the brood chamber to see how they're doing in there, because it's been 3 weeks since I've looked in there. So I'd like to see what the queen is doing. We'll open it up and see what's going on inside. They're really busy right now, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's check it out. Okay, so we got everything all set. I got my smoker ready. I've got my collection container ready for all my burr comb. Let's see what's going on in here. Right, girls. Pry it up. Oh wow, they've really sealed this up. They will seal up all the little gaps to keep all the airflow out. Let's see here. Nice. Looks like the hive is growing just fine. Now I want to inspect the brood chamber down at the bottom first. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pick up the honey super and move it off to the side for now. Nice and gentle. Alright, so this is my queen excluder. The spacing on the queen excluder it's big enough to let the worker bees through, but the queen cannot fit through these gaps. So it keeps her locked down in so she doesn't lay eggs up into the honey. So we will take this off, move that off to the side. Now I haven't been in here in a long time, so it'll be interesting to see what we find. All right, now this is cool. This frame, okay, this side, see all that white on the top there? That is all capped honey. Completely, this side's completely full. That's all honey. Wow, they have been busy. I'm looking for the queen, just doing a quick scan. I'm very happy to see all that honey that's in here though. Now, tricky part is to set this down in a way so that I don't squish the bees. Let's see if I can put it over here on its side. There are no bees on the side. That should be the safest way. This frame here was a completely empty frame, and I had switched it in one to try to get the bees to fill it out. And we got lots of honey. There's capped brood. Now there's very large capped brood. I'm wondering if those are drone cells. Drone cell would be the male bees. All right, we're getting more into the center. That's a nice heavy frame. Ooh. I'm seeing honey. I'm not seeing, oh, I see larvae. Okay, never mind. That's good, that's good. The queen is still in here. I see larvae. I was getting a little worried. A bee just ran by that is missing half of its body. That is, okay, I want to see if I can get it to climb up here. Oh, went back down inside. So basically this bee was the head and half of its body. The whole lower half was missing. It was very strange. Still alive, still running around. Maybe it's some sort of specialty bee that I don't know about. I don't know. Some sort of Franken bee. Maybe I can find another. Well, hopefully not. I don't want a colony full of half bees. I don't even know if I should be in here looking for the queen. I did see cap brood. The more you dig around in here, the more chances you have of squishing the queen. But with it being my first hive, I'm curious. I want to know. I want to see how it progresses in here. So I'd received my first sting last week. First one out of the whole family. It was one of those really hot days. It was 43 degrees Celsius. And the bees were outside the hive. There was a bunch of them hanging out bearding. This was before I had decided to build them their little sun shelter. And apparently they were hot and grumpy, and I had gotten too close without a veil on, and one of them got me right in the back of the head. I promptly ran away. It wasn't horrible. It's not like getting stung by a yellow jacket, a wasp, but did not feel nice either. But it did go away shortly after, the pain of it, so it wasn't horrible. It's amazing how fast a colony will grow. In 7 weeks, I had a little box of bees, and now there's a ton of them. And I don't see as many out in the yard as I would have thought. Like, you do see them here and there, but with this many bees inside of a hive, I would imagine there would be a lot more running around. Wow. Okay, lots of cap brood on this one. I'm wondering if the queen bee's hanging around here. I wonder if I had just missed her. Bees doing their little wiggle dance, shaking their butts. I don't know why, but it's fun to watch. So lots more cap brood on this frame. Put this back in. Nice and gentle, nice and slow when you go in. The more bees you squish, the more attack pheromone gets released. Nobody wants to be attacked by angry bees. Alright, this one is stuck in here pretty good. I'm gonna have to break it loose. There's a lot of bees looking at me right now. They're peeking their heads up on the edge of the box. I'm wondering if those are going to be the ones that get me. Alright, last frame. Let's see if we can find the queen. It's a heavy frame. Alright, I don't see the queen on this side. Last side to check. Nope. I did not find her. I know that she is laying though. So now we've got to get everything spaced back together. Get our proper 3/8 bee space between all the frames. I don't know if you can see all these bees that are all flying around right now, but I seem to have angered the colony. But I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I put on the full suit this time. Okay, now it's time to put in this first frame. This one that is super full of honey. Okay, we checked the brood chamber, didn't find the queen, But I seen that she is working hard, so I'm happy with that. Would have been nice to find her again, but you can't get lucky every time. Get them to move down a bit. We'll get this queen excluder back on. Still makes me nervous when they land on my hands. So what the smoke does is that it makes the bees think that there is a fire. And the bees go and they'll eat as much honey as they can get a hold of. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I can do this without squinching a couple. I'm sorry, girls. Just move them off to the side. Queen excluder's back on. We're back up to our first honey super. I wanted to do the brood chamber before I did the honey super because I knew that they were going to get irritated with me going into the brood chamber, or going into the brood chamber and into here. So I might as well check the brood chamber first before they were too upset, and then deal with the honey super after. So with the honey super, you're looking for about 7 frames full. Look at that. They've drawn out this. This is the far frame, and it's got nectar in it. Put that off to the side. So remember, there will be no queen in here because of the queen excluder, so this will be all worker bees and all, hopefully, honey. That top quarter, that is capped honey. Down underneath that, they are filling them up, and once they cap those, they're ready to go. I notice that they are starting to go around my head now. They are starting to get irritated with me. Not starting. I'm sure they've been irritated with me for a little bit now. All right, another one. Quarter on the top, quarter on this top. These are heavy. I was a little concerned because this is the first season of this hive that they weren't going to have time to build up. I thought they were going to just be able to build the comb and not have time to store away any honey. But I think today I'm pretty happy to be able to put another honey super on top of this. Oh, that one's almost done. 3/4 on that side. Almost half. Yeah, I'd say that's half on this side. I would love to do a taste test, but there was a story I was hearing of someone who did that. Went in for a taste of honey, opened up their veil and put the honey in their mouth and was tasting it. And were complaining that the honey was spicy. The honey's very spicy. Realized afterwards he had actually gotten a honeybee in with his taste of honey and it stung him in the mouth. So since hearing that story, I think I will wait to taste the honey until it's time to harvest. I don't feel like tasting spicy honey. I'm not going to pull the rest out. These are all doing very well. This box is half to more than half full. So I am very happy to be able to put a honey super on top of this again. We'll get everything back together the way we started. And another thing I noticed with this box, because I had been more diligent with my bee space, the comb is a lot straighter and orderly. Whereas down in the brood chamber, there were times where I was afraid of squishing the bees and I didn't want to push everything tight together. So they had filled in the voids with burr comb or just regular comb and just filled everything in. Okay. There we go. Okay, she didn't want to hurt me. That's good. I've already got bees checking out my next box. Am I out of smoke? Alright, so I had a little bit of embers going. I put in some more twigs from nearby and then grass on top. So now the smoke, nice and cool smoke. I can get them to all go down because I don't want to squish them when I put on the next box. So I'll get them to go down. You also have to be careful with how much smoke you put in your hive, just because the smoke will get into the honey. Put on another honey super on top, and our tower is growing. So with this honey super, I am trying something different. I have the frames that are wax foundation with wire embedded in them, same as the one down below, but on the two outside edges, I've got starter strips going. So I want to see how the bees fill out these starter strips on their own, and with that I'll be able to have cut honeycomb, because these, the wax with wire, you won't be able to cut out any comb from them at all. Got a couple bees hanging out on top. That's okay. Nudge him out of the way. Watch out, bees. Alright, and we have successfully added to our tower. Thanks for checking that out with me. I'll give that another couple weeks and I'll see what they do with this honey super. We are about the middle of July now, so I'm not sure how much more time I have before I have to start preparing them for winter, but hopefully I can get another honey super on top of this. If not, that's just the way it is. Thanks for watching. Bye.